Auburn Municipal Airport, automated weather observation 1458, Zulu, weather, wind calm, visibility more than 10, sky condition clear below 12,000 feet, temperature 29 Celsius, 2.12 Celsius, altimeter 3006 inches of mercury. Remarks.
Okay, so we're in Auburn Friday morning, heading back to Oakland. Got to go to work. And something just struck me. If you don't have the local altimeter setting, you just set it for the field elevation. 1525 here, so we match up. So Colton runway 7 in the morning is how I like to take off. So not sure what we're going to find on this flight. That's why we record them. So if you see this video, maybe something interesting took place. And come and stick around for the ride. We are ready to go. Checklist complete. There's a helicopter on the runway. Auburn traffic, Twin Cessna 331 in Quebec. Going to use runway 7 with a right crosswind departure, departing the area to the south. Helicopter in sight on the runway. Never hurts to tell them. We see them. See what he's doing.
Traffic helicopter 1580 Hotel is on the go, runway 7, Auburn.
And Auburn traffic, Twin Cessna 1 in Quebec is line up and wait for the helicopter to go clear, and then we'll take off Auburn. You're gonna get a bright sunlight.
Auburn traffic helicopter 1580 Hotel, turning right, crosswind, or runway 7, Auburn.
And Auburn traffic, Twin Cessna 331 in Quebec is on the go. Runways. On the go, runway 7. We'll go straight out and turn outside the helicopter, departing the air to the south, Auburn. Okay, everything looks good.
Auburn traffic helicopter 1580 Hotel, turning right, downwind, and stay in the pattern.
80, there's 90, there's 100, and a little more today. Close to 120, all right. We'll pick it up, tap the brakes, pull the gear out, climb out of blue line. Auburn traffic, Twin Cessna 1 in Quebec, turning right crosswind up runway 7, departing the area to the south, the helicopter in sight. There, put the noise cancelers on, sounds much better. Oh, I gotta change the batteries. All right, we'll do that in the air. Auburn traffic, Twin Cessna 1 in Quebec, crossing over Bell Road on the right crosswind up runway 7, leaving 2,500, departing the area to the south, Auburn. SoCal, good morning, Twin Cessna 331 in Quebec, off Auburn, southbound for Oakland, request VFR, flight following.
Twin Cessna 331, Quebec, was it?
November 3318, Quebec.
3318, Quebec, NorCal, approach. Standby for transponder code Sacramento, altimeter 29er.
20 Quebec. All right, so let's set the fuel up. Let's go with 20 inches initially, 20 gallons per hour initially. See how that sets in. Doing it with a fuel totalizer, not the built-in plain one. Because the fuel totalizer...
Quebec, Squawk 4564.
4564 for 1 in Quebec. 454, okay.
Southern Air 597, proceed direct Mather Airport, descend and maintain 7,000.
Direct Mather, descend at 7,000, Southern Air 597.
1 in Quebec, radar contact, 4 miles south of Auburn, the altitude leaving in climbing 2.
1 in Quebec, you're partially stepped on, but I saw you checked me in. 4,400, not going to level off here, 4,500.
Roger.
NorCal departure, Boxer 600, 1,300 for 4,500.
Boxer 600, NorCal approach, identify.
All right, we got a smooth engine, smooth flight, 4,500.
Boxer 600, radar contact, this is northwest of Mather.
We're heading 200 for Oakland. Up there go the batteries. All right, time to change batteries. All right, switched out the batteries in the Bose A20. I hope that that's all it was weak batteries. We changed them on the trip yesterday.
Hotel 10875
And I'm thinking we might have put them in the wrong headset. Oops.
7875 Bravo Romeo, NorCal approach, I-10.
We're 4,500. We're heading 202 to Oakland. We're 82 miles out, 26 minutes out, and we're doing 188 knots across the ground, which is perfect power setting here at 75%. And it's like no wind up here. It's pretty clear skies. A little hazy, but not bad. We're abeam Folsom Lake, which is full. Almost full. I can't say 100% full.
Sacramento, Operator 2999. November 18 Quebec, contact approach 125.25.
20 Quebec, 125.25. Thanks and good morning.
Weather Air 590.
SoCal, good morning. Twin Cessna 331 in Quebec. Checking in level here, 4,400.
This is 2218 Quebec, NorCal approach, morning.
All right, so we're checked on with him. Now we can put the next frequency in. Should be Travis, 119.9er. So I put the fuel back to my normal 17.5 gallons an hour. Engine's running smooth. All the temps are good. The cylinder heads are actually almost even with the left and right engine. With the right engine was a little bit lower before. And the exhaust gas temperatures, I'm looking at 1631 for the left, 1505 for the right. They've always been, the right's always been lower. It's probably, the probe is probably farther downstream in the exhaust stack than the other engine. There's a lot of factors for that. Yes, I need an engine monitor gauge. If it was a single engine plane, absolutely I'd have one so I could identify better. But I got two engines, so it is important but not critical to identify, you know, each cylinder. And when I did have a 14 station gauge in my 210, 3 out of 4 times when there was an issue, it was with a bad probe. And then you had to cross-reference. If your cylinder head was cold on that cylinder, but your exhaust gas was hot, then which one do you believe? And then you look at the factory gauges to confirm. So I had a lot of bad readings. The one thing that's good about those gauges, they're rolling. I mean, for twin engine, 12 cylinders and oil temperature and all that, it's rolling, and then when it finds something out of range based on what you set it, it will stop and light up and get your attention. So, yes, it's a good thing. Will I get one? Maybe. Okay, so we're cruising along here, 192 knots, 18 minutes out, 58 miles, bearing 203. I don't think I can get Oakland's weather yet. It's line of sight. So there's the hills, Oakland Hills is probably in the way. Let's try it. No, a little scratchy. So currently I'm right overhead Sacramento Executive Airport. So we've been in the air almost, well, I had the engines running for how long? For 20 minutes. So I'm going to change the RPMs so that we can break the right engine in with the cylinder. We don't want to have them going always the same all the time. So I'm going to unhook the microphone so you can hear. First, I'll take one engine out of balance with the RPMs, and you'll hear how the harmonics change. Most twin engines have a prop synchronizer right down here Mine had it taken out or never had it.
119.9, see ya.
1 Quebec and Travis 19.9, see ya.
All right, let's check on and then I'll take care of that. We wait, make sure we're not stepping on anybody.
Travis, good morning. Twin Cessna 331 in Quebec, checking in 4,500 for Oakland.
331 in Quebec, Chaps approach, altimeter 2998, good morning.
1 in Quebec, good morning.
Number 90890 Bell, contact NorCal approach 120.9er.
All right, so what you'll see, you won't be able to hear me, but you'll hear the engines. I'm going to take number 1 engine, move it forward, and then backward to 20 to 2100 RPMs. So that was a sound, pretty loud, got the headsets on. You can always tell the old pilots, old instructors, they're deaf because they weren't using headsets in their early years. They were yelling and grabbing the microphone and yelling like this with their hand cupped so that they could hear them. So we lowered the RPM to 2100. We're still at higher manifold pressure. When you have a turbocharged engine, the old over squared, what that term means is if you have a higher manifold pressure than you do your RPMs, you're over square. For a turbocharged engine, it doesn't apply. Normally aspirated planes, it really doesn't apply. It's another one of those tomato things with these engines. So we're coming up Travis Air Force Base. Here's the Shiloh wind farms. Every time you come over here, you think there's more windmills being put up. So we're overhead, I think Franklin. No, Rio Vista. I always like to say Rio Vista, the biggest sturgeon on record, 400-something pounds, caught under the Rio Vista Bridge.
Oakland Takeoff information Charlie, 14530. Wind 290 at 4. Visibility 10. Your miles and 6 Thunder. Temperature 18. 3.12. Visibility 004. Radio approach. Runway 30.
Kilo Roger, you're going to come back out to the practice area?
Load control Los Angeles.
Artificial radio to terminate main current box bridge.
Clearance for every for information. Runway 29 appears on chart, whatever negative. Caution, birds in the airport. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Charlie.
Okay, that scratchy ATIS you heard was information Charlie. Few clouds at 600. None of our runways are affected. The 28s and the 33. So we're coming up on, this is where the bay meets the San Joaquin and Sacramento rivers. Antioch, Pittsburgh area up ahead. Should be getting a handoff here in a few minutes from Travis over to 120.9er. And we got Charlie on the ATIS.
331 Quebec, contact NorCal 120.9er.
1 Quebec, 120.9er, thanks, and so on. NorCal, good morning. Twin Cessna 331 in Quebec, checking in Oakland, Charlie, descending out of 4,200, 2,500 over the Temple, I would assume, and going to ask the tower for 33.
I'll see if they got all that.
November 3318 Quebec, NorCal approach, welcome in, right base, level 828 right.
One Quebec, Roger.
Okay, I'm thinking
251, turn right for
maybe,
directions.
maybe he didn't get all that.
Direct, Sarah, American, 51.
Okay, now we can put the tower in since we made communications with NorCal. And we've been cooling the engines off, starting a little bit of a descent, going downhill. Going 197 knots across the ground, bearing 205, only 21 miles out, 6 minutes to the overhead. So, Mount Diablo to the left. It's a Friday morning here at 8:25. Not a lot of traffic out.
American 251, contact NorCal approach on 124.32.
So when the controller said make right base entry for 28 right, that 2,500 feet that I said I assume for the temple does not come into play. So you're not required to maintain any specific altitude when they tell you to make a base entry or enter the pattern or any of that. They have to specifically tell you to maintain a certain altitude. So I got to keep your head on a swivel here. The corridor between Concord and Livermore.
948, contact NorCal approach on 124.32. 2432, bye.
So I'm happy to report that the engine vibration on the right engine was non-existent through all the power settings. That includes, you know, 40-minute trip in 2 directions over to the coast, and this flight also. So we'll put 25 hours on the plane, on the engines with the new cylinders, change out the mineral oil.
Tower 6632, not going to block their radar contact.
Gonna lower the camera a little bit, I think. It's hitting the roof and causing, there you go, a little bit of lowering, there you go. I hear a little bit of a buzz, like something's vibrating. Something in the cockpit, nothing in the engine, nothing to be concerned with. All right, we're continuing to cool. We just crossed over Highway 680, 24 interchange. We're Walnut Creek, Concord, now we're over Rossmore. For those of you that know the area. Sorry about that, Oakley, guys. Passed over Oakley. Forgot to mention it. Went like that. Didn't see it. It's really clear. The fog bank has moved offshore. You can see the Golden Gate Bridge from here. So we have no problem with coming in IFR. It's good because I got to get going. I'm late. Been goofing off all week.
American 722, contact NorCal approach on 124.32.
12422, American 722.
All right, here comes the tower call. We're about 10 out. You can see the new tower. I can see it straight ahead. It's a good reference point for aiming the airplane.
Departure WestJet 1777, since you're passing 1,000 feet, climb via truck 2.
WestJet 177, not going to block your radar contact. Tower 5632, proceed direct rifle, maintain flight level 190.
Direct rifle, maintain.
So I've got the gas gumps, gas undercarriage mixer prop speed. I've got the gas on, the electric fuel pump's on, and the main's on. So that part of the gumps is done. So I haven't made my right turn to 3-3 here in about 5 weeks.
Number 3,200.
Got to keep sharp.
Tower 296, Mike Echo, NorCal approach. Oh, welcome. Oakland altimeter 3005. What is your requested altitude?
I think he forgot me for the tower.
3,500.
I'll give him next call, otherwise I'm going to the tower.
Number 18 Quebec, contact Oakland Tower 118.3.
1 Quebec Tower 18.3, thanks, Ansel. Tower, good morning, Twin Cessna 331 in Quebec, checking in airport site, request runway 33.
Twin Cessna 331 in Quebec, Oakland Tower, good morning, wind calm, runway 33, clear to land.
1 Quebec, clear to land 33.
Okay, wind calm, clear to land 33 is pretty easy. Continuing to cool off. Just crossing the Oakland Hills. It's warm now. I'm waiting to see if when I cross over, if the cool air from the coastal area, the Bay Area, comes through the vents. It's not unusual to get a 40-degree change from Oakland to Sacramento in temperature. All right, we're cleared to land 33. I'm gonna give it some props ahead of time, help us slow down.
Twin Cessna 1 in Quebec, I have no traffic for the 28, so just keep your base north of 30.
1 Quebec, roger.
All right, so we've got no traffic for the 28, so often they'll tell you to stay right, north of 28 right. So we don't need to do that today. But we're going to stay in tight just for practice. There was 180 indicated. There goes first notch of flaps. And we're coming up on gear speed. Here comes the gear. Gas, check. Undercarriage coming down. Got a green. Mixtures, props. Let's go full flaps. And I like to keep blue line on base turn, especially when you're in tight, and you got to stay coordinated when you're this low and slower than normal. Coordinated means that your plane is coordinated. You look at the turn coordinator for that. Add a little power. There's blue line, perfect speed. Gear down, green light, full flaps, everything forward, and we'll just kind of scoot right in. Not a drastic turn like usual because I'm crossing over the 28 right. Aiming for the 3-3. There we go. Okay. Yeah, the air is cooler here.
1 Quebec, rolling out 33. I'm going to head for the new tees.
Twin Cessna 1 in Quebec, right turn, taxi to the new tees. Good morning.
Good morning, 1 Quebec.
Okay. Uneventful, just like we like them. Uneventful and flawless as far as the performance of the aircraft. Thanks for riding along.